what do you even want to talk about? I like wanted to get into the Marth thing, but it's so annoying. Everyone's so fucking stupid. Like, this is definitely the last time I actually try to say something like this, because people have this belief that this is true and that's how it is, and then if someone goes against that, even if it doesn't hurt them, even if it just interferes with their natural beliefs that they've had for whatever reason, like they got into Melee, they saw Fox at the SSS tier, and they're like, alright, he's the best. They watch a Taz video, this guy's the most options. They read Hax's Twitter with like a half ironic tweet, and they're like, Fox has the best neutral. I'm like, alright, you know. Then they go a couple months, they learn more about the game, and like everyone else they play against, their social scrub, have also gotten this belief. So they just reaffirm their own things. Like, I'm not saying that Fox might not be the best character. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like this belief in them is so deeply rooted without ever actually looking for like result-based proof. Yeah, it's not like they like looked at the win rate of Fox. They objectively looked at every matchup. Fox's Shine, Falco's Shine is also good, but it has a tiny bit of range difference. So yeah, I think Fox's Shine is better there, but Falco has a bit more range on his back gear. Which back gear auto cancels quicker? Oh, okay. Well, they're both the same, but Fox has a different short hop, which doesn't allow him to use it as well as Fox. You know, like, that's not how they argue. They're like, Fox is on top of the tier list. I've read from blah blah blah, or heard from blah 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 that he wins every matchup. And then they play Fox, and they go 0-2 at locals, but they feel like they could have won. So it's not the character's fault. And then they beat a bad Marth, and they're like, see? Are you seeing this, Leffen? I don't mean to be mean towards low-level players, and I don't mean to, like, say that I am objectively right because I play at a high level. That type of belief is kind of shit, I think. But high-level Melee is fundamentally different from low-level Melee. High-level Melee today, 2017, is different from high-level Melee 2016. High-level Melee 2014 is so fucking different. I think even high-level players a lot of the time have shit-tier opinions. I fully realize that. Like, talk to Mewtwo King about any matchup, and he's just like, well, I feel like it's this way. Why? You know, like, how? It's just, I don't know. You know, I just feel like this way. Like, they're not actually arguing anything. They just have the belief. And in no kind of sport or anything does being high-level automatically give you a proper opinion, a well-defended opinion. Sometimes you can, you know, you can get it out of them. You can ask them, like, okay, so why do you think this way? Like, okay, so on what stage do you feel the best against Fox and stuff like that? Very rarely can you actually get a good opinion from, like, fields-based players. You know, like, Armada Mango, Mewtwo King, even H-Box, I would say, is very field-based players. PP is less so, and although I don't necessarily agree with PP on everything, I feel like he still puts up thought-out arguments, and if you want to argue with him, you can just say, like, I don't agree with this, and then he has the answers, and then you can have the back and forth, and both people can learn. If you argue about, like, with Armada about Fox, it's like, he has the best options, he is the fastest, he is the best. I was like, alright, this says nothing, this actually says nothing. He has the most options? No, ICs have more options. Yoshis have arguably more options. Like, any double jump cancel character has arguably more options. Oh, but he has the most good options. What do you find is good? I don't know, man. I feel like Fox wins every matchup. Alright, what do you think about Marth? I don't know, man. Both people fuck each other up. It's like, okay. The type of reasoning, right, where you use a character's strength to define how good they are. So you use, like, theoretical things like, oh, we have Fox here, right? Fox, he is the fastest, kills early, and he has a shine that's invincible, and you can cancel to everything, and, like, you can write down shine, and you can make it look broken. And some people use this fucking argument, right, where they're like, you know, Dragon Punches, Shoryukens in normal fighting games? Well, this is like one of those, but you can jump cancel. That has to be broken, right? That sounds really broken. And then they don't even mention the fact that Shine can clank. Shine doesn't give a combo if you jump cancel it. Like, if you jump cancel it to another Shine, you can't jump cancel it on the first frame. It's only invincible one frame. Most Dragon Punches are invincible a fuck ton of more than one frame. It can be beaten by priority, like disjointed things, projectiles, like Falco's lasers beat Shine if both hitboxes interact on frame one. No, after, like, even after a while, if it reflects, it still essentially loses. You can make any character broken. Like, Falco wins neutral by default by spawning and pressing the B button. Falco wins neutral. He's always in offense. He combos harder than anyone. He has a one frame move that actually gives combos, whereas Fox doesn't give combo on just spamming multi-shines on shield. Puff, she has the most aerial mobility, she has the best neutral, she can plank every character, she can reaction tech chase rest, she kills in one move, but like Marth, longest range, never has to commit. She invalidates half the cast, can plank really good, can shield drop. You file a notch in your controller, you go to the platform, and you win a Nobel Prize. Because though, like, we've never seen someone that lived this long. Like, no one approached Sheik. So like, whenever you can go to like a really war-ravaged country, and you can just tell them, go to the platform, get a notch, and then you just shield. And, like, no one's gonna approach you, because if they did, you fucking fuck them in the ass. But just going to that notch and then doing aerial of choice, and having a fucking huge hitbox. That's just how it is, man. You know, that's gonna revolutionize. You're gonna definitely get the Peace Nobel Prize for sure. Who is fucking with this hitbox? No one. No one. Not the US, not North Korea, not China. No one is fucking with that. So you can make this thing, right? Where like, oh, option is the most important thing. But Fox has no range. But he makes up for it in speed. Well, Falcon has a lot of range and he's fast. Marth is also pretty fast. Why are they not the best characters? It's like, this doesn't actually reflect anything. Like, you can make the argument for any character in any game to be like really fucking good. Any top tier, and especially in games like this where like all the top tiers are broken in their own way, are fucking broken as shit. So you can just say this broken part about this means that they're the best. You can make it Peach. Like, Peach is plus more than any other character on Shield. She has the best crouch cancel option. She lives the longest. Amazing recovery. She's a well-rounded character that doesn't have any bad match. Like, she can make anything like that. She can pull a bomb. I'm not saying that I know the answers to all this. Do I know who the best character is? Do I know who the best character duo? So like, you main Fox and you also main another character. No, I don't. That's the kind of the point. That's kind of the point where that I did when I did this Marth thing. That, like, I strongly believe, based on everything I've looked at, everyone I talked to, that I think Marth beats Fox. There is so many matches. It's played way more than basically any other matchup than like Fox, and Fox Falco, and yet Fox consistently loses. Even if you argue that the matchup is straight fucking even on every other stage, the fact that FD exists makes it so that like Fox would have to either have a as strong of a counterpick himself, which Dreamland or Pokemon certainly aren't. Fox does not have as good of a counterpick as FD, or he would have to like slightly win on every other map, which I also don't think happens. Now, I promise you, someone in the chat is gonna go like, but only Mute King's good on FD. Fox can upper on FD. He has a juggle ability. Who the fuck cares about juggling? Juggling implies that you have to read how they come down. Marth doesn't have to read, he just fucking grabs you and then he kills you. The fact that Pupa, you, Moon, and every other Marth is fucking dick on FD does not make the stage bad. It just makes them bad. But the thing is, they still perform well. Because Marth wins the matchup anyway. Even without FD, he still wins the matchup, in my opinion. Very slightly, but that's all that most people need. Don't fucking tell me that if Marth players were losing every single matchup against Fox, you know, like they were losing like 6-4 or something ridiculous. Like they were losing really bad against Foxes, that they wouldn't learn the FD chain grab. They just kept going out to Foxes every single time, right? They enter a tournament, go pretty far, but then they face a Fox, and then the Marth player loses. And they go like, what should I improve? Oh, certainly not the FD chain grab. No, that doesn't happen because you don't need the chain grab. It's fucking broken, but you don't need it. It does take some work to get as good as Mewtwo King is on it. No, PPU did take me to FD at Super Smash Con, and he like up threw me like 10 times, failed every single one, and got like 2 stocked. Okay, even so, right? I believe Fox loses the matchup. This is true, but I think that's fine. This is the thing that everyone is so fucking ignorant about. Wah, smells like PTSD. Oh, Leffen has never thought about Marth Fox matchup being bad. But now he loses to Moon and Mewtwo King Insane, and now it's bad. If PP comes back and plays Falco and then beats him, now the Falco matchup is bad. Wah, Leffen just whines so much. Like, I'm not whining. I'm not blaming the matchup. I think it's bad, but it's still my problem. If the matchup is too bad for Fox to ever beat Marth, then I would switch. I think it's bad, as in like 6-4 or something, but I don't think it's unviable. I don't play unviable matchups. That type of shit is like reserved for like low tier mains who think they're fucking special because they pick a low tier, and then they're like, oh, this matchup is so hard, I get to whine because I play a low tier. Which low tier do you play? Oh, I play Samus. But I thought you said low tier. Yeah, you know, I play against Puff, I lose against Puff, I blame my character. Everyone forgives me because I play a low tier. But Samus isn't look, I play a low tier, okay? My name is Hugo Gonzalez, I lose to Jigglypuff every single time, but when I do, it's because of the matchup. But why don't you pick a different character? I can't play a different character. I only play low tiers. I play Samus. What? And then fucking Hugs has the fucking stomach to complain that Fox players complaining about Marth is like white rich people complaining about taxes. No, it's not like that. You fucking chose to be a Samus player. I chose to be a Fox player. There's no fucking divide. There's no like discrimination towards Samus players. There's no, yeah, Fox players have it good, but we chose to have it good. You chose to play a low tier. It's not my fucking fault that you chose to play Samus. It's not your fault that I choose to play Fox. But like everyone starts the game, start at melee, and you're like, what character should I pick? No one is born a low tier player. No one is born a Peach player. You choose to play Peach. If I choose to play Fox, then I also choose his bad matchups. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I choose to play Fox and then play Sheik for Marth. That's also my fault. And then my Sheik gets counterpicked. Yeah, I mean, like, ultimately, everyone is responsible for each of the bad matchups. No one is forced to play a bad matchup, really. So now you're saying, like, oh, but if you're responsible for your own matchups, then why are you complaining? Here's the thing. I wasn't complaining to begin with. I mean, sometimes you get triggered, you whine a little bit, but I was just asking about the fucking matchup and how to get better. I didn't understand where Fox won. I still don't understand in which area of the game that Fox wins the matchup. Like, where does he have an advantage? Everyone I talk to, they just give me bullshit answers that don't mean anything or that aren't true. But I wasn't complaining until people accused me of complaining. These fuckers, like Hugs, Armada, people like who complain every fucking day about how broken Fox is and how blah blah blah. Like, Armada complains about Fox all the time, and he fucking secondaries Fox. Fox so broken, just use your Fox. He uses it for 2 people ever. He uses Peach against everyone else, but yet complains about Fox. Like, well, just play Fox then. It's so fucking weird. Every other character gets to complain about their character. Oh, I picked Falcon. You know, I chose to pick Falcon. Oh, the Space Sim matchup is the Falcon matchup is so bad. Oh, the Sheik match is so bad. The Marth match is so bad. Like, okay? So why do you play Falcon then if you think all of his matches are bad, right? Either he doesn't get to complain because he shows the character and thinks the Marth is bad or whatever, or everyone gets to complain. I pick Fox, but I get to complain about the Marth matchup because it's a bad matchup in my opinion. Either everyone gets to complain or no one gets to complain. You can't just say that, oh, I pick Samus, so I get to complain about Puff. Oh, I pick Peach, so I get to complain about Marth, Sheik, Fox, Falcon, platform camping, my character being slow, Jigglypuff, Mewtwo, Sam. Like, no. Picked. You chose to play Peach in those matchups. So if you get to complain, then I get to fucking complain about my bad matchups as Fox. I get to complain about Tactical being hard if you get to complain about Peach being slow. That's the point. I do think that the matchup is bad, but the only reason I'm complaining is actually because long term. Have you noticed that, right? You haven't noticed much hatred on Fox players recently. Like, you used to go into a stream and every other comment was about how fucking amazing Fox is and how he has no losing matchup. Like, at least, if only a little bit, Fox players are a bit more fine with complaining. Yeah, a lot of people would be like, oh, Fox loses to Marth now because Big Lev said so. Like, I read that comment like 5 times already on Reddit. If only a little bit, you've noticed a few less people complain about Fox. Because they realize that maybe Fox isn't perfect. No character is fucking perfect. I will tell you this. Every character in Melee has big flaws. And it's okay to complain about them, in my opinion. Or it's okay for no one to complain about their character's flaws. I just get so fucking tired when every other character can sit and whine day in and day out about the matchup they chose to play. But if a Fox player wins, why the Fox players whine about everything. I'm Leffen and I play the best character in the game. Oh no, I lose one matchup. Like, do people not realize the irony of that fucking shit? oh, I pick Falco, the second best character in the game. If anyone picks a character that falls slower than Falcon, I complain and I whine. And if I lose, it's because it's a floaty and I have to play gay and lame and use my B button to win. Why? I lose to floaties. Why? I should just pick Fox. It's way easier with a big Fox. They pick Fox and get fucked. Fucking floaties, man. Yeah, exactly. Like, HBox complains about Fox, so pick a fucking character that beats Fox. Then pick Marth. No, every other character but Jigglypuff sucks, and you're like all of his characters sucks. No, then don't fucking go play if you can only play one character. Everyone else can play different characters. If HBox can only play one character, then like, what the fuck are you complaining about? You surprised that people play Fox against you? Is it news to you that Jigglypuff loses to Fox? No. So fucking pick a different character. Stop complaining. Okay, so that's just like a general rant on the whole situation.